I get it now. That took me a second.
You know what really grinds my gears?
I don't want to use that stupid Family Guy phrase.
Are you saying that these things don't grind your gears then?
I mean, stuff makes me angry. I don't like...
What kind of stuff makes you angry, Daniel?
I mean, you know, I read a lot of comic books. My favorite one that makes me angry is the character of Jason Todd. Now, he didn't have a great first origin. They made his second origin better. But then, of course, they had to, air quotes, fix it. Because it wasn't good enough. So, you guys might not know, originally Jason Todd was an orphan criminal. Batman took him in, you know, he said, I can make this better, I can help him out. That was like, to me that was a cool thing. Like, he saw a kid that could use help. Like, this was a kid that could, that his life he could turn around. Turns out it wasn't just random coincidence. Of course, like every story, it has to be connected in some big fancy way. In the New 52, they redid his origin, in which the Joker decides that he needs to get to Batman in no way he has done before. So he finds a kid, he finds a way to kill his mom, he finds a way to turn him into a criminal, then he finds a way to lure him to steal Batman's wheels in which from the Batmobile, and that's where Batman finds him and says, you know, I'm going to make you my protege and that kind of thing. And then, of course, it turns into the Joker finding out, you know, it turns into the Joker eventually killing Jason Todd, and so that way he has broken the bat in no way he has before by actually killing Robin. And so it's this, I just think it's, you know, I don't mind, you know, big connections and stuff if they're done well. This was definitely forced. They just had to fit the Joker in there, and they had to make it that the Joker was involved the whole time. It couldn't just be that Jason Todd was a random kid that he just decided to help. Nope. The Joker had to be there, and it had to have to do with Batman. It couldn't just be random, and that kind of stuff boils my brain. Like, can't we just leave him alone? Like, can't we? His origin story was fine. It was good. It makes me angry. I would rather just Jason Todd be a random kid that Batman thought he could help, not some plant that Joker put in the audience. Boggles my mind. Does anybody else have anything that makes them angry?
I can't replay Mass Effect 3 because of Kai Lang, but...
Kai Lang. Was he that ninja dude?
Magic cutscene powers. Yeah, that guy.
Magic cutscene powers?
Yeah. You know what's really aggravating in a game? He's probably like the best example that I can think of. You go into a fight in a game, and you beat the guy. Then in the next cutscene, he makes you seem like you lost the fight. You know what I mean?
I fucking hate that. You have to beat the guy to know you lost the fight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Kai Lang, on the other hand, you would deplete his health bar down to 0. You would be done with it, right? And then in the next cutscene, he runs over to you and does some weird little move and pushes you off the edge, and now you're dangling for your life, and you're like, how did I get here?
So all the stuff you did didn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just totally, it was awful.
Dwayne, do you have one?
Is Jeremy really just done? That's all?
I really don't want to talk about it anymore.
He wants a villain that actually means something.
I love Carnage just because, like, I feel like he is a good villain because he's just crazy. He just does things just cause. He's a serial killer, so he just kills people. He's not trying to mess with anybody. Nah, just kill him.
Was he a serial killer before he got his powers?
Yeah.
And then he got powers, and then...
So now I have Ultimate Spider-Man Carnage, and I'm really excited because I'm like just reading it for the first time, and I know these are the comics that have him in it. He's introduced in a different way. He's an experiment, but it's cool. I'm digging it. Keep going. He doesn't attach to anybody. Oh well, can still do this. Kills Gwen Stacy. On board. Okay, doing random shit. Seems cool. Turns out he has to kill people to keep his body from deteriorating. Cool. Then the comic where he dies. He's appears for the first time in comic number 61. By comic 64, he is dead. But then what's even worse is, Spider-Man is fighting Carnage. And obviously, Carnage is just, there's nobody under. But Carnage reveals himself because he's made from DNA. So they reveal like the DNA that's original, and it just peels off, and you see Peter Parker's dad's face.
What?
This is unnecessary as hell.
I mean, what did he do that on purpose to try and like mess with Peter? Is that the point?
No.
Or...
It was just the fact he was trying to kill Peter Parker because since it's damaged DNA and he has to kill people in order to stay stable, not killing Peter since it's the same DNA would fix the problem.
This is more of that we have to connect it to him somehow. It can't just be somebody who wasn't related to him in the first place. We have to make the connection.
Here's a bunch of bullshit. It's okay, you only have to deal with it for 4 comics.
They had to go deeper. That's all it was. That is enough. Nick, what's yours?
So, mine's a fun one. Remember when Daisy used to be an Arma mod?
Yeah.
So,
Fun times.
that was fine at that point because you could kill the zombies if you got a weapon. They chase you forever, so you can never lose them, but you could kill them by picking up like a hatchet or a pistol and either hitting them or shooting them in the head. That's fine. Then, when Daisy became a standalone, it stayed like that for a little bit. And then they finally changed it to where you can't actually kill the zombie with like one hit with a hatchet. You have to hit it like 30 times, and then you have a pack that's chasing you forever, killing you if you stop for a minute to micro and hit. Yeah, so I haven't really gone back to it in a while.
Is that because of that, or just because you moved on to other things?
I think it's mostly because of that, because I mean, I had fun playing,
The mod.
yeah, I had a lot of fun playing the mod. We put in a ton of hours and things like that. It was great. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should go back just to see if anything's changed. I mean, they have an active subreddit, so there's a lot of people still playing it. So.
Hey guys, this is Dwayne from thefinalpanel.com. Make sure that you check out our podcast, and if you like this video, to rate, comment, or subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The Final Panel.